Folks, welcome to the show. Jack Chow on East West with G&E TV. At this position as a show host, we do, in spite of the fact that most of the time we stand in the middle of the road, when you sometimes see something that you feel right, you really do not hesitate to take to support it, such as the election which has just been won by my good friend Jay Chen for the Board of Trustee, member of the Board of Trustee of San Antonio College. We took our stand to support him, and many of my audiences supported, and they even wrote to me in emails to express their support. So today we have, for the first time, after taking that seat, Mr. Jay Chen, Trustee Jay Chen, show his first appearance on the show. So Jay, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jack, for inviting me back.
All right, it's my pleasure.
I'd like to thank the audience members of G&E, Jack's audience, for supporting me in this race for Mount San Antonio College Board of Trustees. I did win, as you mentioned. Out of 4 candidates, I got over 47% of the vote.
Wow, that's a huge number.
Yeah, so it's a great number. First time in 16 years that a sitting incumbent was defeated by a challenger. So I feel really good about the community support, and I know a lot of that has to do with your support and the audience.
Yeah, and I believe my audience will take the big portion of the 47%. Because, and also, well, once again, it's my appreciation for you supporting. I call him my choice. Anyway, my choice is your choice, right? There's nothing for no reason. When we decide to support and you decide to support, there must be something behind it and why you're determined to support, right? I have watched him doing his job for many, many years. And even during your previous election, race for Congress, and I believe that you really did an excellent job for that one, even for that one.
Thank you.
So as a school board member for the school district, his previous position, he did an excellent job. He is recognized with a very, very high reputation. Now that he has a different, different stage, different role to play though, I believe you're totally ready, right?
I think so. I think 8 years on school board has really prepared me to take the next step, which is to assist our students from the high school level move on to college.
Very good. And now I know that you want to make this show a reciprocation to the support to my audiences, right? You want to express highly your appreciation. Yet we want to see how you prepare yourself, right? Because this is the second or third week of your new position. I would like to take this morning, the LASD call to shut down all schools as a lead line to talk about first the aspect of school safety, right? How you, as a member of a trustee of the board, to make sure that your campus is safe. Please.
Well, today's news was definitely very disturbing. We found out that Los Angeles Unified was shutting down all of its schools because of a credible threat. So this is not something that's new to America or to our campus. Even Hacienda La Puente, in the last month or so, we had a threat that was issued, and we had to shut down schools in the morning, or actually beef up security in some instances, and search students. In the end, we found out that the threat was not real, but the student who issued it is being punished and is going to face some serious consequences.
I see.
So when this has happened in Hacienda La Puente, we've also had to do similar things, either shut down a school or enact stricter security precautions.
I see.
And sometimes it's not even just a bomb threat. Sometimes it'll be in the neighborhood. There was a police chase, and somebody robbed a bank or something, and they end up driving into our residential neighborhoods, and we have about 30 schools. So very often these might be areas where they want to hide. Then our schools have to go into lockdown.
I see.
And we don't let our students out. We don't let our parents in. And we cooperate fully with the police.
Very good, very good. Instead of talking about large school district, you're talking about one concentrated campus, right? By word of concentrated campus, I'm saying that your campus is pretty much scattered on the slope of hills.
Yes.
So you're talking about still very large areas.
Very
right?
large
Okay, now, even with the LASD this morning, we heard many comments from the news, right? Well, there are loopholes. There are many of them. And some bus drivers getting directions or instructions from different sources in different ways. One to let the kids walk off the bus, one to keep them in the bus, one to move them to the campus, one to elsewhere. One of the drivers who took the interview even got confused. And some parents are confused, some kids are confused. And it looks that we have no problem for the cause of shutting down schools. We're talking about protocols. We're talking about drills. We're talking about trainings, about the procedure of such. Do you have, or are you planning to practice the same way that like we feel that would be safer?
Well, anytime you go through a large-scale operation, something that's hasn't been done before, and you want to spread it across the second largest school district in America, you're going to run into problems. So this was a last-minute decision, I believe, by LA Unified, and just getting the word out to bus drivers that are already out there picking up students. Perhaps there was a bus and the intercom system or the walkie-talkie wasn't working. There's so many variables involved, which can make an operation like this become much more complicated than it already is. So with Hacienda La Puente, luckily, our issues have been isolated to single campuses, not district-wide.
You're right.
Now I'm on the Mount Sac campus.
Yeah, you're talking about a whole thing, a large area, yes.
I would say it's a little bit easier when you're dealing with a single campus like Mount Sac, which is very, very large. We actually had an incident that happened about a month ago where there was a suspicious package that was placed right in front of the school on the benches.
I see.
And so...
It's okay. Digital time. It's
Digital,
okay.
yeah. So we actually had a call over the sheriff's department, and they detonated it to make sure it wasn't a bomb. Turned out to be a casserole dish.
I see.
Left a casserole dish.
But
for
anyway,
a friend.
well, you're never doing anything wrong if you're being cautious,
you
right?
err on the side of caution.
Yeah, very good. Even extra cautious sometimes.
Right.
And back to the LASD issue. Still, there are comments talking about. Bus drivers, and I mean all the bus drivers getting confused. In addition to that, you're talking about a bunch of kids who are walking to schools, right? And they received nothing. They had no message.
Right.
They were still heading to school.
Yeah.
Right. So those are the problems. And compared to that, on your campus, you wouldn't have those kids walking, or maybe from a dorm to school. They still walk, right?
Something like that, there's no way to reach out to every single student. Not every single student has a cell phone.
I see.
Or maybe they don't have a text message plan. So you're always going to run into these issues, and sometimes it seems like those who are creating these problems, they're trying to find the least opportune time for the victims to enact this.
Yeah, you're right. You're
the
right.
San Bernardino massacre that happened, which was just horrible. They choose the holiday season.
Most concentrated.
And they're not going to go and attack a police station. They don't have the courage to do that. They're not going to go and attack people who are well protected, well armed. They're going to attack the people who are most vulnerable. And I don't think our society will ever find a 100% solution to stop these things from happening, because otherwise we'd have to change our way of living.
Is it possible? You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm sharing this question with my audience is because among my audiences, there might be somebody doing the same job you do, right? It is my recommendation, or is it possible to make it the mandate that each kid has a cell phone that can be text messaging, can send or receive text messaging, and then create a network. There's one punch of a key that all the thousands of kids get a message, say, no school today, boom, like that.
Well, most kids already have cell phones. A lot of them do, and we have a problem with them using their cell phones in class. Text messaging each other.
I see.
You could even use it to cheat on tests. So we already, that's already an issue. The second point I would raise is who would pay for it. Who's going to pay for the phone? Who's going to pay for
you're
the
right.
data
You're
plan?
right.
So there's no perfect solution to that, and eventually we're going to find ways. The bad guys might find ways to block cell phone signals, right? So if we rely too heavily on technology, we actually expose ourselves to even greater vulnerability.
But so far, your campus is very safe.
Now, SAC is very safe.
All right,
We
very
have not
good.
had an issue.
Very good. All right, okay. Because lots of my kids are, lots of my friends, they have kids on that campus. I'm really concerned about that. I'm really worried about that. So we know that the campus of SAC is safe, though we're okay now. For that, we want to wrap up this segment. And when we come back, we'll check with Jay Chen about his whole overall plan. All right, how about that?
Great.
Thank you.